Hello, everyone. This is the 3 Degrees Podcast. My name is Randy Stone. So glad you joined me. Let's talk about pressure. Let's talk about when is the greatest pressure? Right before the breakthrough. The greatest pressure is right before the breakthrough. There's this time I was evicted and fired. I worked for a mobile home company, and my housing was part of the compensation. And they said, we don't want you around anymore. And they fired me, and they said, get out of here in 30 days. And I looked around, and I had a $5 bill, and that's all I had to my name. That's all. We had 4 little kids. All we had was $5, and they weren't going to pay us anymore. And we were under pressure. We had 30 days. We had 30 days to get out. So I called people. And I said, hey, we're in a tight spot. Can you help us out? And they said, no. We went to the government. Can you help us out? They said, no. Nobody wanted to help a brother out. Nobody wanted to help us out. And so I had to turn to God. God, can you help me out? He was like, maybe. if you can stay in faith, maybe I can help you out. So I'm under this pressure, like for 3 weeks. And it's like a pressure where your eyeballs feel like they're going to pop out. And you don't know where to turn because you turn to everywhere else and nobody listens. Nobody cares. And you know what? You get into situations like that. That's what it seems like. It seems like nobody cares. But there comes a time where you got to care about yourself. Where you just got to say, hey, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I'm going to change and I'm going to do better. And that's what ends up happening. See, the pressure is always greatest before the breakthrough. It really is. You just have to continue to the breakthrough. Now, if we look at a verse, James 1, it says, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance or patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you might be perfect, complete, lacking nothing. See, after you grow and develop in character, you're not going to be in those situations, in those things, because your character is going to see you through. So then when trials come, then when situations come, you can go through them because you know the outcome. Paul says in Philippians, I know how this is going to turn out. It's going to turn out for my benefit. So Romans chapter 5, verses 2 through 5, it says, through whom we have access by faith into this grace in which we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of God. We rejoice in the hope of the glory of God, knowing that he's not going to let us down. No matter what happens, he is not going to let us down. And not only that, but we also glory in tribulations. We glory in tribulations, knowing that tribulations produces perseverance. And perseverance, character, and character, hope. Now, hope does not disappoint because the love of God has been poured out in our hearts by the Holy Spirit who was given to us. See, when we can glory in the tribulation because we know it's going to produce character, we know it's going to produce perseverance, and we know it's going to produce hope. See, we're crushed, we're knocked down, but we're not destroyed. We're going to bounce back. We're going to go through that no matter what happens. We are going through. If you faint, Proverbs 24, verse 10 says, multiverse. When there's more than 3 verses, it's a multiverse. Got to let you know that. All right, multiverse. If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. When you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. The joy of the Lord is our strength. When we have joy, we can go through, we can persevere through anything because we know that God has delivered us. We know he's going to walk us through. If we're in the fire, he's in the fire. If we're facing that adversity, he's facing that adversity. So he's going to do it with us. And that is good. because we have a hope in him that we're going to go through and that we're going to be developed in our character in the process. And that's good news. That's good news. I don't care what you say. That's good news. Now, go ahead, hit like, subscribe. Hit like or subscribe. One of the two. And this has been the 3 Degrees Podcast. Till next time, God bless. We'll see you soon.